Good morning, all my YouTube family. Welcome back to my channel. I kept my word. I said I was going to start coming in and doing daily vlogs with y'all and sharing my journey with y'all. So, right now I just made it to the gym and I'm going to do my workout and I'm going to do my tan. But first, I wanted to get on here and tell everybody good morning. I hope you're having a blessed day, a blessed week, and keep your head up high. And remember, no matter what, you are always loved and you are beautiful, handsome, whatever. You're resilient, phenomenal. No matter what is going on in your life, and no matter how hard it seems, there's always going to be a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. So, where did I leave off at last night? I think I was going over at the end my Medicaid and how everything goes. So I'll just kind of do a recap. So basically, like I went in October the 15th is when I had my first consultation with my surgeon, which was actually classified as one appointment off the six that I needed for requirements through my Medicaid, South Dakota Medicaid. And however, in between October and December, there was a month gap. So anytime you miss one consecutive month, they make you start all over again. So say something come up when I restarted between then and now, I would have had to start all over again. So basically, I went in October, I did my consultation, which was still counted for. It just didn't count for my 6 months. So then I had my psych valve in November. Everybody has to go through a psych valve. So if y'all are trying to figure out if you want to do the bariatric surgery or if you're in the process and this is where you are in the beginning, don't be afraid. Don't go in there and hold back anything. Go in there and tell the truth. Because one, if there's something wrong, they're going to put you on medicine for it. Or if it's something that therapy can do, they're going to give you therapy for it. There is no pass or fail on that test. They just want to know, are you mentally stable to move forward with the surgery process? So say you go in there and there's something that they feel like needs fixing. It's not going to be a denial for you to get the surgery. It just might take a little bit longer. In the end, it's going to be better than it would have been if they would have just passed you through, because whatever that problem may have been that didn't get resolved, it's going to come out at some point in time or another. So after that, I come in December. December was my first weight management, comprehensive weight management, appointment. So then I had one in February, March, April. April was my last one. And so May, because I had finished up my comprehensive. I'd done so well and lost so much weight and done everything they required me to do. He went ahead and released me back to my surgeon. But because my Medicaid requires the 6 months, they used my nutrition dietitian class as my last appointment, basically, for the prior authorization to be approved. So they got all my information. I did this yesterday and they've sent it over to my insurance company. I should hear something back in a week or two. So within the next 3 to 4 weeks, I should be scheduled. Well, I'll be scheduled before then, but I should be having my surgery. So then I can tell y'all more about the post-op. I'm kind of nervous, to be honest. I'm not really nervous about the surgery. I've had a lot of them. I've been under anesthesia before, so that's not scary. I've had the breathing tube that they are going to use on you. I'm not afraid of that. And with any surgery, there's, can be bad outcomes. So I'm not afraid of that. But what has me scared is the dumping syndrome. If y'all have heard anything about the dumping syndrome, it is if your stomach doesn't tolerate something, or if you've eaten something too sweet or something that that isn't recommended for you to eat, during this process, after this process, or for the rest of your life at that fact, and it makes you sick. You can come this way or the other way. And there's been videos that I have watched that has said it's made them hot, sweat, their heart rate, that they just felt really bad. And that terrifies me because your body changes after this surgery. What we're able to tolerate and what we like now is not going to be the same after the surgery. There may be some things that we're able to, stay with, but most everything is going to change. And that part excites me because I'm a food junkie. I don't know about how many of you guys are, but I am. I love candy. I love chips, and just junk food. And so over this entire process, if you're going through this, don't feel bad if you fail. Take yourself a cheat day. If you are accomplishing so much, there's nothing wrong with taking a cheat day. Now, that is not to say that you say, okay, well, I cheated today with this one snack. Let me cheat for the rest of the day. No, you don't want to do that. That's a bad mentality to look at moving forward with the process. But if you say like once a month, something like that, you want to treat yourself and you are seeing progression, you're seeing progress, there's nothing wrong with that. Treat yourself. Because when you deny yourself of those things, your body, it really is, it's going to put a toll on you because you've been doing it your whole life. And it doesn't mean that you have to do it a lot. It could just be one piece of hard candy that's got that sugar in it, that's going to give you that if it doesn't hurt your stomach. Like I said, everything's going to change. And guys, I was speaking to y'all last night about what I wanted to do this channel for. I have been talking about I wanted to do this for a while, and I just really, I'm, I'm not shy, but I'm shy. And I really don't know like where to have started with this. And then last night I was just like, look, I got to do it. I'm at the end. If I want to record this, I have to do this. And so moving forward, the reason why is because I have learned so much before I even am post-op, before I've had the surgery, about what they're going to do, how they're going to do it, what the change of my anatomy and my stomach is going to be, what it's going to do to my body, like the loss of hair. This can cause you to lose hair. The malnutrition, if you don't take your vitamins every day. So I recommend take your vitamins. A lot of people don't start until right before the surgery, and then they pick it up the rest after the surgery. I picked it up in January. It's when I started taking December. I started taking my vitamins every day faithfully. And I recommend get you a pill container. That way it's just easier for you to go in there, get them, and then buy. And then, after surgery, you have to have dissolvable, chewable, or I think you can do some like up the nose stuff, and others you can go get shots from your doctor with and everything. But don't wait until the last minute to start anything, because then you got time for your failures, okay? Does that make sense? So I have watched so many of these videos and explaining to me of how to do things. I am like all the way around prepared. I'm prepared. Now, does that mean that I'm going to be a success in everything once I have the surgery? No, I'm human. I'm going to fail. I mean, we all do. But I have completely changed my mentality as to and I got this from my comprehensive doctor. I'm a nurse practitioner, whatever you want to call him, but he's amazing. His name is Josh. And like in October, when I went to the doctor, the 15th, I quit smoking the day before, which was the 14th. 17 years smoking cigarettes, and I've quit and went back, quit and went back. Not for a very long period of time, quit, but I was not willing to give up that habit. I don't and didn't have any issue with the alcohol because I'm not really a big drinker, kind of like a social drinker periodically, holiday, something like that. So that is one thing they will tell you, is that with the changes in the anatomy of your stomach and everything, that it is so much easier to get addicted to these different types of things, like alcohol or, So I recommend don't do it if you're serious about this. If not, I think they tell you to wait like 6 months to a year before you even try to attempt to drink anything. But don't. He told me with all of my successes, like the quitting smoking and cold turkey, never look back. But let me tell you, if y'all have that issue, you can get a non-nicotine vape, or you can do, they're like herb cigarettes, like green tea is what some of them's made out of. And then there's some other ones that are like hemp, and they're stickers, but there's no nicotine. So if it's just that, thing that's stopping you from quitting or anything, and then the mindset, because that's what it was for me, try that and see if you can wean yourself away from the actual addiction part of it, which is the nicotine and everything, very highly addictive. So if you can quit. And then the thing is you can never go back, especially with the bypass, which is what I'm having. The gastric bypass, when you smoke, it restricts your veins in your arteries, which gives you a much higher risk of getting ulcers and blood clots and cardiovascular, like for the rest of your life, not just after the surgery until you heal, but forever. Now, if you were more of a smoker and you're just going to quit for, the time length that you have to get the surgery done, I would recommend going with the sleeve, because they say, they don't want you to, but if you're going to go back to having that habit, that would be the best opportunity, because you have less of a chance of something coming from that. So with the moving forward, I'll tell you guys about my journeys and my failures on up till now. So I'm a big soda person. I love Diet Dr. Pepper. And so I went from Dr. Pepper, well, first it was Dr. Pepper, my apology. And then I switched to Diet Dr. Pepper when I started the journey and everything. And then obviously the junk food. My favorite candy, if y'all have never heard of them, they're nerds, but they're the nerd clusters. Oh my God. And then chocolate lover, and I love ice cream. But since I've been on my journey, when I eat that stuff, it tears my stomach up. It's like I eat it and it tastes, it's pleasurable here, but then when it goes down, it's not so pleasurable because not only does it make me feel like I'm gonna come up here, but it comes out the other end, and I haven't had the surgery yet. So there's this thing known as it's like a mindset and everything in your body getting used to not having it to having it, that your body can go into the dumping syndrome before you even have surgery. So that's just something to look into. If you can detox yourself for 3 to 4 weeks away from whatever it is that is an addiction to you as to food wise and the food thing, then you're going to see that even though it still is pleasurable to your taste buds, for now, it's not going to be pleasurable to your body anymore because it's going to make you feel awful. But moving forward, so in October, from October to November, I actually gained weight. So when I first seen my PCP in September, and I told her, look, I got to do something. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of not being able to go up and down the stairs without hurting, or even at all. I'm tired of being stuck in the house. I'm tired of not being able to walk around Walmart. I'm tired of just tired. I'm tired of being tired. So moving forward, she sent my request in, blah, 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 and I got over there, seen him, da-da-da. So then now we're going from the October the 15th to November the 15th. I gained weight. However, I stopped eating as bad as what I was. It was just, hold on, I'm going to rephrase that. I was still eating the way I was just doing it in proportion. So I still wasn't eating what they consider healthy. They consider healthy the food chart that they're going to give you when you go for your consultation, if that's where you're at. If you've already been there, then you know what I'm talking about. That's how they want you to eat. So if you're not eating like that food diagram, you're not eating healthy. And so moving forward, I started gaining weight. I had went from 305 down to, in a month, I don't know how, I think I was just not eating and drinking a lot of lemon water because I was trying to lose weight. And so I went from 305 to 295. And some of that was fluid because I have fluid retention. I'm on medication for that. So then even from October to November, I started taking my medicine faithfully. So the weight that I was gaining at this point was no longer water weight. So I started gaining pounds. I went from like 295 to 298, 300. And then I dropped down within the next month, which would be December, which is when I went to see her. I was or my surgeon. You guys work with me. I'm ADHD and I'm trying to get all this out, and I just took my medicine a little while ago for it, so it's still trying to work its way in. It's extended release, but so, and then I'm trying to touch every point on up to my next video so that I don't have to do so many short videos like I did before, because I was waiting on access to actually post a video. So moving forward, up till January of this year, of 2024. So from October to January, it was kind of like an up and down. I would lose a pound, maybe 2, and then I would go up a pound or 2, sometimes 3. So in January, and at this time and I still have it, like a total gym, a very small total gym. In one of my videos, I will try to include that in there so that y'all can see it, because I do have pictures of it. Very small, and I had some dumbbells, because I was so weak I couldn't really do anything. Like my best exercise that I could do with no problem would be crunches. And then after so long, it would hurt my back because I had back issues. And then on top of the back issues, I got the weight on top of it, which is making it worse. So I was just like so unmotivated. It's just like not what was going to get me where I needed to be. Because at my consultation, they let me know that I had to lose 10% of my body weight. So at my initial consultation appointment, I was 295, so I had to get to 279. So at this point, I was just like feeling hopeless. I was like, I'm gaining, 2 or 3 pounds. I'm losing 2 or 3 pounds, and I'm gaining. It's just not going to get me the surgery. Because once that end of my into my steps come up, if I haven't lost that 10% body weight, they can deny me, not the insurance, but the surgeon. Like, no, we're not going to do your surgery right now. We need to get this weight off of you. And y'all, it's not because they're being mean or they just want to tell you what to do. It's for health purposes. It's to shrink your liver and everything. So and then it puts you at less risk while you're under, and getting that done, as well as at the end of your, the end of your journey right before your surgery, they're going to have you do a clear liquid diet. Some people, they just do it for one night before, some 3 nights, some a week. I've seen some go all the way up as to 21 days, but most of the time it's a 14-day liquid diet. You can do like Jell-O and puddings and cream of chicken and just very light stuff. And that's according to your surgeon and your dietitian, because every one of them is different. And, and that's just to shrink your liver, because when they go in there, your liver is literally right on top of your stomach. So if your liver is enlarged or too big or something like that, because maybe you haven't followed directions right, if they attempt to do that, they could probably, you're going to go down there in the ground, because they're going to nick your liver. Because in the gastric sleeve, they're cutting out 80% of your stomach, 75 to 80% of your stomach. And with the gastric bypass, they are rerouting your stomach, and they're rerouting your intestine to avoid the hormone that tells your body that you're hungry. So they're redoing all this. So they can't have anything in the way of that. And they pump your stomach full of gas to inflate it up to give them the room. So if now I've inflated your stomach with gas to make room, but yet your liver's still too large, they're more than likely going to close you back up and require you to do something different, that diet. So be advisable. Don't cheat on that. I've seen a lot of people that speak on that. Do not cheat on that diet. When I get there in a few weeks, I will go day by day with y'all and let y'all know how it's going, because I know that it's going to suck, but it's going to be worth it in the end, and I can't wait. So then I'm going to jump to January. And January, the end of December, beginning of January, I told my husband, I was like, look, I can't do this. I was like, I've got to go get a gym membership, and I've got to talk to my doctor and see if she cannot give me something to help me kind of get a boost on this. It's like my metabolism was shot from the 8 months that I was bedbound from being sick and not getting better, and then I wasn't pushing myself to get better either. Because see, our bodies are only going to do what we do with them. So if you get sick, or if you have a health condition, and I had many of them, but yet you're allowing that health condition to win you, you're not ever going to get better. And that doesn't mean that you're going to get 100% the same person you were before you were diagnosed or before you got it. That just means that you're pushing yourself to not let that illness take you down and win. So that means you're trying. So finally I got the try, and I was like, I'm just not going to do this anymore. And hold on, y'all. My husband is beating on this door. Sit them down.
I don't know which one's yours.
Sit them down. I'm recording a video, baby, for YouTube. The red one was yours, and one of the blue ones was for us to share. So unless you wanted the blue one, and we share the red one.
I only want one because I got this.
Okay, well, which one do you want? I like the blue raspberry. It's the one that I like the best. That's that one. All right, as soon as I get done with this, I'm going to do my 10, and then I'll be out there. Love you too. Okay, guys, y'all, I'm sorry. He was bringing me back an energy drink, which you're not supposed to have, especially closer to your surgery. They do not want you having them. But, all right, so anyway, I told him, I was like, look, this is not working. I got to talk to my PCP. I got to get a gym membership. This is not working. The gym is going to help motivate me, because I'm going to see other people in there working out too, right? And I did. So I talked to my doctor, and I was like, is there anything, and that was in February, actually. I got the gym membership in January, and then in February is when I talked to my PCP, and she gave me something to help boost my metabolism up to get me going. And she let me know straight off top. She was like, I can only do this for 3 months. because we got you with your ADHD medicine, and you just don't need that type of stuff together for a long period of time. And this is as long as we can prescribe it, which was 3 months. So in that 3 months, and now when I tell you this, the medicine she gave me is not what lost the weight on me. I lost the weight. I put in the work. I come every day to this gym, and I worked my butt off while I was here. So the medicine just helped the metabolism, to help my metabolism improve from the 8 months that I had lost it, by being sick and giving in. So I did that with February, March, and April. So April was my last month on that medicine. And so between January and here, today is May the 7th, 8th, May the 8th, I have lost a total of 43 pounds. It's hard work, y'all. It's not something easy, so don't jump into this thinking that it's easy. I'm going to tell you now, there's nothing easy about this. If you're looking for a free ride, this is not what you need to choose, okay? Because there's nothing easy about it. It's not as simple as get the surgery and the surgery loses the weight for you. If you're not willing to put in the dedication, the time, and be totally committed to it at 100%, and that's even with having failures. You can fail and still be dedicated 100%. Why? Because we're human and our bodies are going to want things that aren't healthy for us. And so as long as you manage that in a manageable, good way, like I said, I've had sled bites to where I've had candy or, a little bit of ice cream or a soda and some chips, or we'll go get something to eat. But normally when we go get something to eat out, normally that's healthy. Like I'll do a Subway sandwich on flatbread, because flatbread is the least amount of calories, sort of all the vegetables. And I'll do any meat most of the time is healthy for you because it's a protein, unless it's a processed type of meat, and then processed meat's not good for you. But you're still getting protein out of it, but it's processed, and that's not healthy. But so as I was saying, if you're not going to be dedicated to this, I wouldn't recommend it, because then you're going to have regain, or you're going to liable to cause things to probably messed up in there. Because when they do this to your stomach, the gastric sleeve, when they get done, they remove, like I said, 75 to 80% of your stomach. So when they're done, your stomach's going to come out looking like a banana. Kind of like this little, it's going to be like a sleeve, literally very small. And when you have the bypass, your stomach goes from being the size of a football, I think is what they said, to the size of a hard-boiled egg, like an egg. Very, very small. So you're only able to tolerate so much stuff. And so as your stomach heals, you're able to tolerate more amounts, not different types of food. As far as like junk food, they still do not want you doing that. Not indulging in it, but to have a fixed, no, there's nothing wrong with that. To me, that's not a failure, because if you're doing all these things right, there's nothing wrong with treating yourself for that. Like I said probably 10 times in this video already, as long as you do it in a reasonable manner. Like, don't go treat yourself to no large milkshake because you just lost 5 pounds. Because by the time you get done with that milkshake, you may have just gained a pound or two back. That's like probably 1,500 calories. Like, no. But if you get like maybe a bite or two of some ice cream, say somebody, your husband, your children, whatever, get some ice cream and you just want a bite or two, or even one small serving, there's nothing wrong with it. But you can't just think that you're going to go get the surgery, or even before the surgery. Okay, well, I lost my 10% weight that they told me I have to lose, so now I can get the surgery, and then after the surgery is going to do this for me. No, it's not. So you might lose weight, okay? I'll just tell you that you might lose weight, and I'm going to tell you why. Because your appetite's going to change. You're not going to be hungry like what you were before. There's going to be things that you were able to eat before you're not able to eat no more. Like those things, so you're going to lose a little bit of weight, and maybe quite a bit. But the question is are you going to keep it off? Yeah. Ask yourself that. Because if you're not putting in the work, you're not going to lose the weight. And I don't mean you have to come to the gym and work out like what I do. I do extensive workouts. I come here, they told me 90 minutes, so I come here every day, and I do 90 minutes of cardio, and then I do my strength training, which is a strength training cardio, so that's another 30 minutes. And then because I'm legally blind and my husband doesn't have a license, neither one of us drive, so we walk. That's another 30 minutes because it's 15 minutes from here to my home, and from my home to the gym, another 15 minutes. And then, you know, a lot of times I'm not satisfied with that, so I'll do another 30 or minutes to an hour, you know. And so I'm doing anywhere from 90 to 160 minutes a day at the gym. Most weeks, I'm sorry, it's 7 days a week. But when I started out, it was only 3 days. 3 days, then I went to 5 days, then I went to 6 days, and then I hit 7. And I mean, sometimes I do seven, and then 7, you know, like last month, I done 23 days all month out of 30. So I had 7 days off. And that was only because most of those were doctor appointments. I think one day it was just like raining. And we've even walked to the gym in pouring down rain. We have walked to the gym in snow 2 and 3 feet deep, like up to almost our knees, and put our snow boots on. Honey, it's about dedication. You got to be dedicated. You got to be willing. Where there's a will, there's a way. And with that being said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and hop off of here because I need to go to the little girl's room and I need to get my tan on and get my workup on. I said work up, work out in. I've been off for a few days because, of course, yesterday I had my dietary class, and the day before, my husband had his third pre-op appointment where he had surgery on his leg. He had a tumor in the back of his leg on his nerve, sensory nerve, so he had to have that removed and checked to make sure it wasn't cancerous and all that. So we've been a bit busy. So I didn't get to come, and I hate that because I feel like I'm letting myself down when I don't come. But that's truly not the case. But I hope you all have a blessed day. I hope that some of this information I have told you has helped you. Just know I'm here with you each step of the way. Maybe not physically, but I'm here. And I love you. And I believe in you. You guys take care. Bye now.